Welcome to the Goddess Key Podcast, the show that brings you the keys to unlock your true divine essence with spiritual knowledge, tools, information for your enlightenment and transformation. And now with your host, Lasagna the Goddess. Peace and blessings, everyone. This is Lasagna with the Goddess Key. I hope you all have had a fantastic week and a very beautiful Christmas for those who celebrate the Christmas holidays. I know around Christmas we had a new moon, and there was a little bit of some energy going on. I know I was a little bit emotional with some things that was going on personally. So I hope you all made it through that and you have set your intentions to release and let go of things that no longer serve you for your highest and greatest good. So this is the last podcast for 2019, and in years past I've always set a tone for each year. I know in 2016 I did where I was just being still and quiet because I had been dating and things wasn't going quite as the way that I wanted them to. So I decided to be still and not date and just try to learn more about myself and where I was going wrong, because when you're in a relationship, it's two people, it's just not one. So because I had just recently got divorced, had been about a year and a half, and here I am again having relationship problems, but that was in 2016. So in 2017 I focused more on spiritual growth, like doing a gratitude journal, positive mind thinking, and doing a lot more reading, because before I was a Muslim, and when I went through the transition of my divorce, I was like, I don't want any of this. So, I threw everything away and was starting fresh. So those were some of the things that I did in 2017. I don't remember what I did in 2018. I know I did something, but I don't quite remember. And I know I didn't set anything for this year, 2019, and it's been in up and down, emotional or learning. I've learned so much about myself by watching others. And even in Islam, it says that everyone that is among you is here to teach you. So if you be observant to those people who are in your life, they have something to teach you. It's almost like a reflection, because you draw to you what it is that you need to correct, or you draw to you what you have put out through your good intentions of manifesting the things that you desire. So for 2019, I've seen a lot, and I've grown personally, far as just shedding a lot of things within me that I needed to correct, because we never know where the Creator will take us, and sometimes we're carrying things that we cannot take with us, and that's including friends, family, even material things, and things spiritually that you may not see on the surface, or you may think that you have corrected and it doesn't benefit you. So that's what I've learned for 2019, that it was a lot of things that I thought that I had corrected, but by being in different relationships and just seeing things reflecting to me, I needed to correct. And for 2020, I sat back and I was thinking over the Christmas time. What did I want moving forward, and where are my struggles? And my struggles has been with balancing life. I tend to be in one kind of main mind frame. So if I'm working on doing workout or exercise, that's all I'm gonna be really intensely focused on making my goal, and everything else falls to the wayside. And I have to learn how to balance life, balancing working out, balancing spending more time with my kids, balancing making sure they're on point with school, balancing work, balancing relationships, whether it be friends, personal relationship, family, balancing career, my businesses, things of that nature. So finding balance, even just to take time to relax and enjoy life. That's one thing that I tend not to do, is really take some time to go and enjoy life. So that is going to be my theme for 2020, is to find balance, number one, and to really go and stop and enjoy life. I don't have to continue to work until things are completed, because at the end of the day, nothing is ever completed until the Creator says you are complete. So just taking more time to enjoy life and family, if money permits, to take trips and let my kids see other things and experience other things. So I would love to hear what would be your 2020 foundation. I don't like to say, whatever they say, my resolution. I think it's like a foundation of what you want to, what cornerstone or what foundation of part of your development that you want to work on. Because we have mind, body, spirit, or soul, and all of those three are interconnected. It's the Trinity. So if the body is not healthy, then something falls slack. If the spirit is not healthy, then those other two things fall as well. And it's an ongoing process. So each one of those areas have a particular thing that needs to be worked on. So if, for example, for me, I need to work out, but in addition to working out, I have to find balance in working out. I'm not, you can't work out every day because it becomes a stress and strain on the body. So you have to find balance in working out. What kind of workouts are you going to do to get you to your ultimate goal? How are your foods? What kind of food are you going to eat to help you meet your goal? What things are you going to eliminate to help you meet your goal? And it's the same thing with family, how are you going to incorporate certain things with your family where it's all balanced out and it's being a much stronger part of your foundation, growing spiritually and growing growing as a feminine energy, a feminine vessel for this particular lifetime. So please send me a message through Instagram. I have two Instagrams. One is the Goddess Key 333, and then I have another page that's just going to be dedicated to the podcast, which is the Goddess Key Podcast. And you can also find me on Facebook, the Goddess Key Podcast and the Goddess Key 333. And I would just love to hear what are some of your foundations for 2020, and I will read them next week if I do a podcast. And just to do a little bit of housekeeping, as I said before in previous podcasts, that I wanted to get more into learning the different goddesses, or what you would say the different energy elements that is of feminine energy, and how we can use that to develop and grow ourselves as feminine women. Because the more that I read and study, and you already notice on some level that the way that we have been taught to act and to do and to be has come from a male perspective. And it's like a man trying to tell a woman how to be a woman when he's not a woman. And we've just been misled on a lot of things. Now, some women who may be listening to this that is in other areas of the world, like India, who practice Hindu or Buddhist, they may more understand because they have those different goddesses that they work with. But for as women here, we are just now coming into realizing the different aspects of the feminine goddess and the feminine energy. And again, like I said, the more that I look at it, it's coming from a male perspective on how we should behave, how we should carry ourselves, how we should conduct ourselves, what we shouldn't do, far as our sexuality. And it's more, for me, it's more to control that feminine energy to make themselves feel comfortable. So I'm doing a lot of reading, and I'm hoping that this particular book that I ordered will be here in enough time for me to try to read through some of it, to have enough content to start sharing, and we can start learning about the different goddesses, and also about the moon energy, because the moon represents the female, the feminine, and how we can use that energy to help manifest and do intentions to help us in our everyday life. So I'm through a couple of books. I'm reading about 4 books right now, maybe 5, and just trying to get as much knowledge and tools and information that I can be able to share with you. Of course, all of the information I will share, because it is important that you just don't take my words, but to go back and read and have a better understanding for yourself. So those are the things that I'm working on for the podcast for next year. As I said, I'm trying to get through the books, so I'm not sure if I will do a podcast next week. But at any rate, you can always look or follow the podcast wherever you may be listening, so you can get notifications when I do upload the podcast. And again, please email me or send me a DM to my Instagram or Facebook pages, so I can know what is your 2020 foundation that's going to help you grow into your feminine essence. So until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and have a wonderful and safe new year. And until next year, peace and blessings. Thank you for joining me on this week's Goddess Key podcast. Please make sure you visit my website, thegoddesskey.com, where you can subscribe to the show on iTunes, Spotify, and Speaker, so you'll never miss a show. And while you're at it, if you found value in the show, please head over and rate the show on iTunes or Spotify. Also share it via Facebook, Instagram, and all social media platforms for